My name is Rhapsody, and welcome back to Disco Elysium.
Mr. Dubois, I hope time is on your side this time. Please, take a seat.
He gestures to the minuscule folding chair opposite his huge desk. I'd rather stand.
Please, Mr. Dubois, let us converse in a civilized manner as equals. Take a seat, I insist.
Actually, I was just leaving.
Have a good day, Mr. Dubois. I am sure I'll be seeing you around.
He waves and returns to typing.
Mr. Dubois, I hope time is on your side this time. Please, take a seat.
Fine.
Excellent, Mr. Dubois. I can see that you're a reasonable man, and reasonable men can be of great use to one another.
He gives you a sly wink. Damn, this chair is uncomfortable.
So tell me, how can the head of the Debarges Union help a representative of the Revachol Citizens Militia today?
The chair you're sitting on has got to be the most uncomfortable chair in the world. It is violating your backside.
Oh, by the way, I heard you got a rather rude reception from a certain Lawrence Garte. Some people have no manners. It pains me to say. This should take care of that nonsense.
He points to a giant novelty check on his desk. It's absolutely comically huge.
It should be sufficient to cover your expenses for a few days and patch over your differences with the cafeteria manager. Go ahead, take it.
No. I do not take money that would indebt me to someone. Especially someone who I know will definitely collect. Wait, you know God?
Yes, I know Lawrence. He's a real character. No union man in him. A real piece of work, that boy is.
With a grin, he points to the check again. It's like you're on a game show. At least, don't thank him for it. Keep it. I'm good.
Okay. I respect a man with principles. No handouts, then.
He crosses his arms on his ample midsection and sinks further into his chair.
Now, I'd like to set your mind at ease about one other matter. Your lost gun. Let me assure you, Union people are on it as we speak. I've got my best hounds looking for that lost gun.
That sounds like you're trying to get your hounds to frame me for a murder later.
Lost gun.
His slug-like lips move, but all you can hear is an echo. Lost gun, lost gun, lost gun. Oh my god. That was a success on Half-Life as well. Half-Light, rather. The world is swallowed by a black hole of fear. Only two words escape its gravitational pull. Lost and gun. When he said don't worry, he actually meant be very worried. How do you know about my lost gun?
I know everything, Harry. Right now, I know that you're worried. Don't be worried. Everything's going to be all right. It's not like you left it loaded. You didn't lose a loaded gun. Local children aren't out there playing with it right now, pointing it into their own mouths. It's in a safe place. I just know it. I have a feeling everything's going to be all right.
Kim? Kim?
Officer, we will deal with this later. We don't need Mr. Clare's help with this.
I wouldn't be so sure about that.
Well, I don't get to not roll that, so it's time to panic, I guess. Of course. God, you're sweating. Your knee is jerking. You're about to cry, aren't you? You're about to cry because you lost your gun and those children are gonna shoot themselves with it. So what? Men can cry too. You want to cry? God, you're weak. Whatever you do, don't cry. You'll think you're disgusting.
Mr. Dubois, you don't look so good.
Stop damaging my morale! What is this Mr. Dubois he keeps repeating? What is he trying to pull here? You need to cool the fuck down. Chill!
Mr. Dubois! Mr. Dubois! Harry!
The large man snaps his fingers, but to no effect. You're in some sort of stupor. There are no Harrys. Let your mind go to your safe place. While Evrart is distracted by your odd behavior, the lieutenant's eyes are mapping everything around you. The folder, desk, papers on the wall.
Mr. Dubois, are you okay? Can I get you a glass of water or something? Are you having some kind of medical emergency?
Maybe you could use your hands somehow? In a kind of throwing motion? Like you're throwing that Mr. Dubois act right back at him? He's Mr. Dubois. No, I'm about as good as it gets, Mr. Dubois. Vaguely gesture with your hands above your head. Actually, this chair's uncomfortable. I could use that glass of water. Sit upright.
Demonstration of... Huh? You got me, Harry. I don't even know what. As entertaining as it was, I'm afraid we're wasting our time, and I'm an extremely busy man, as I'm sure you are too.
Okay, enough. We are here to ask you some questions pertaining to a murder investigation.
Quick, here's your window. Get yourself together and ask him some questions. Police officer questions. It's about time to stop embarrassing yourself. Questions will help you regain some of your lost dignity. Are you gonna ask me how I got in? Harry, he says almost gently. Honestly, I'm just relieved you didn't get a hernia. A man your age. A man my age? What are you implying? I'm at the peak of my abilities. I too am surprised with the resilience and athleticism of the tool I've been provided with. Tap your chest. My body's gonna break down any moment now. Probably pushes the limit. I too am surprised with the resilience and athleticism of this tool I've been provided with. Tap your chest. Yes, Harry. You're obviously in peak physical condition, and I salute both your initiative and your physical prowess. Very impressive, Harry. Very impressive. Anyway, I assure you, I am a very well-informed man. Information reaches me before I even have the chance to request it. You call me Mr. What? Nah. Yeah, I'm gonna go. You call me Mr. What? Why? Of course. Let us dispatch with the formalities. You call me Evrart, I call you Harry. That's what the hanged corpse called you, Harry. So that's really my name? My God, so it is true. I didn't want to believe it, but you are a fantastic science fiction amnesiac cop, aren't you? He shrugs with an amazed expression. What are the odds of that? I think the odds of that are, he looks at you, are very low. It might be a good idea to hide your confusion. I mean, see what his game is first. My memory's fine, I'm just testing you. So good to hear that, Harry. Apparently my sources were wrong. He pats the brown folder in front of him. However, if you did have a spot of memory trouble, I could help you out with my big fat folder. Words flow like a river of honey from his lips. I guess word has already reached him. No matter, no harm done. Are you trying to tell me you've gotten a hold of some of our documents? The lieutenant inspects Evrart over his spectacles. Mr. Kutsaragi, would you mind? His eyes never leave yours. Me and Harry are talking about his lost identity right now. Don't jump to the folder. That's not smart. Shows you're on edge. Do some probing first. So let's get this straight. What is my full name? It's Harry. He glances at the folder. Harry Dubois. You feel like a Dubois, but you don't feel like a Harry. Strange. Interesting. He glanced at the folder to know my last name. I suspect we don't know each other. He just knows I don't remember anything and is trying to establish a pre-existing relationship in order to get in with me. Wait, I thought you were Harry. No, I feel like a Dubois, but not quite a Harry. Something longer. Okay, you're Harold, Harmon, Heroldimus, but that's not what the record says. The record says Harry Dubois. He taps on the folder. A real man's name. The lieutenant covers his face and sighs audibly. Mr. Kutsaragi doesn't seem even slightly empathetic to your memory loss, Harry. He frowns at Kim. I, however, wish I can help you in any way I can. Wish to help you, rather, in any way I can. Do you know where I live? But of course, Harry, he nods. Your precinct is the 41st, and you live in Jamrock. You're a Jamrock boy. A long way from home, but that's okay. He doesn't really seem to know any more about it. Yeah, he knows what's in that file. That's it. Do you know anything about my family? Do I have a wife or kids or... Family? Harry, you're not a family man. There's not one peep of family in here. Unless you think you're a family man. Do you strike yourself as a family man, Harry? Am I answering for Harry now or myself? I, found family. I don't necessarily believe that kids are in my future. I think it's more a future of 4 big dogs. Me, Peak, couple friends living nearby, that kind of sitch. You're right, I don't. That's why I like you, Harry. His fat finger is pointing at you. A good man knows both his strengths and his weaknesses, and you, my friend, are one of the all-time greats. What kind of cop does it say I am in my folder? Well, Harry. He turns over a couple pages in the folder. If I were to sum you up in one word, it would be apologetic. I'm sorry? Yes. He inspects you over with his giant bug-eyed glasses. You seem to be. A lot of the time. That's Australian. You seem to be a lot of the time. But now there's no reason to be. Let loose a little. Be you. My Australian accent sounds like a bad impression of an Australian accent. But I have an Australian accent. It's what I speak in. I used to have a much stronger Australian accent. We'll talk about that if we ever get to talk to an Australian in this game. Where'd you get that folder? This? He closes the folder. My friends in your organization gave it to me, Harry. This translates into, ha ha, you guys are so corrupt. I find that very suspicious. May I have a look? I'm afraid this is meant for union eyes only, Mr. Kutsuragi. I'm sure you understand. He turns back to you. Please continue, Harry. Kim suspects something. Have another look at the folder. As you look at the folder, Evrart covers it with his hand and pets it. Is he trying to hide that it's not a real RCM folder? It certainly doesn't have the RCM stamp on it. That's not an RCM folder. Okay, Harry, you got me, he says, grinning. This is from the Census Bureau, not the RCM. Those Census Bureau people are absolutely corrupt. You should do something about them. He got the name from the Census Bureau and everything else from your actions here in Martinez. Yes, Mr. Kutsuragi, from the Census Bureau, like I said. He looks very annoyed. Now, I'm actually a very busy man. So is there anything else I can do for you, Harry? That means he doesn't really know anything about you. Knew it. A pity. The mystery of you will have to remain a mystery for the time being. So the Census Bureau says my name is Harry Dubois. Yes, that's what it said. Try and keep up, okay? Let's move on. Could you help me get a dead body down from a tree? You might have noticed there's one hanging on a tree behind the hostel cafeteria. Oh my, he smiles pleasantly. Don't take this question personally, but why would I get involved in this matter? Mr. Clare, the man was hanged with a cargo belt, a steel-reinforced cargo belt. It's safe to assume the Union had something to do with the murder. Besides, getting the body down would benefit all of us. It's a stain on the neighborhood. Also, I studied the footprints at the crime scene. Worker boots. I can certainly see how having him up there might start affecting some real estate values. He licks his fat lips and smiles. But of course, all joking aside, I am going to help you. He picks up a handset on the radio phone to his right and then clicks a button. Jean-Luc, my boy, I'm sending 2 police officers down. They have a dead body in a tree problem they need help with. Namely, they need it to be taken down. And John, please take it easy with the race science. That's a yes to getting the body down, no to race science. He hangs up and turns back to you. You can find Jean-Luc down at the gates. He turns to you. He's the big, impressive one. You know, tattoos, muscles, ethnic looking. Can't miss him. Great guy. Let's talk about my lost gun. Yes, your lost gun. His face turns serious. My best men are on it. They're turning every stone, searching every playground, asking kids, grandmas, everyone. Your gun will be found, Harry. Let me assure you of that. He winks at you. It's just a matter of time and effort. The only way to find it seems to be working with him. He might even be holding your gun hostage. Hold on, could he really be holding my gun hostage? Who knows? Only one thing is certain. If you work for him, you're going to get it back. And working with him might be the only way to do it. Does this mean if I do things for you, I will get my gun back? Damn it, Harry, that's exactly what it means. He turns to the lieutenant. I am only kidding, of course. Of course, the lieutenant replies dryly. I understand. We help you, you help us. I want to talk about the hanging. Of course. That's your main thing here. That's why you're in Martinez. He looks around. I know everything that goes on here, and I would love to help you. Like I'm helping you with the body and your lost gun. I mean, it's no secret that the lynching is connected to the strike. So much to talk about. Honestly, it's been weighing on me so heavily. I understand you need to interview me. I sense there's a but. But there's a thing that's been keeping me up at night. I want to talk about the hanging. I mean, if we could just calmly talk, exchange information, we could blow this thing wide open. Yes, that sounds good, the lieutenant says with a slow nod. Let's do that. But I can't think straight with this thing weighing on me. Suddenly he slaps himself on the forehead. You're police officers, aren't you? I have a crazy idea. You guys are basically door-opening machines. Incredibly talented at opening doors. Kim? Is that true? Are we door-opening machines? I'm not sure I understand. He looks back to the union boss. If you're asking us to break down someone's door, it's not going to happen. Come now, I just need to go open a little door for me and leave it unlocked. A simple thing, absolutely nothing shady about it. Why don't you open it yourself? Harry, I'm a very busy man, and more importantly, I don't have that extraordinary physique you do. He slams his fists together. You look like you could run around all day. You want to send someone a message, and the police are working for you. I repeat, I'm a very, very busy man, Mr. Kutsaragi, and therefore I must occasionally enlist outside help. He turns to you. So what will it be, Harry? Whose door is it? Oh, no one's. It's just a weasel. A weasel lives there. Nothing for you to worry about. What do you mean by a weasel? A loud, blabbering weasel. When weasels feel no one is watching, they start acting foolishly. He removes his glasses and rubs his nose. Just go there, unlock the door and leave it open. It's been such a burden on me, Harry. I just want this to be over so I can discuss business with you. All of this conversation is layered in won't someone rid me of this meddlesome priest kind of artifice. Bet you don't even know anything about the hanging. Harry, my dear friend, he sinks into the chair. I'm what the people call a local bigwig. I know everything that goes on here in Martinez. I can't accept this thing. Of course, Harry, I understand. But if that's the case, I don't think we'll ever find your gun. Even worse, we won't be able to speak like equals about the murder. Perhaps this was just bad timing for you. No, you can always come back to me. I really hope you do. He winks at you. For your sake, my sake, and your gun's sake, too. Lieutenant sighs. Yes, we both understand what you meant. This may be the only way, he thinks. I won't hold it against you. In fact, we probably should reconsider later. Evrart, I'm going to leave now, but we might talk again later. Wait. He leans, reaches into his drawer and pulls out a plastic card. You need this to get in and out through the gate. Great, we want to get stuck in here. Here, you're one of us now. A real red and white union man. Take care, Harry. Alright, let's bail out of here immediately and get the body down from the tree. That'll get me all the XP points in the world, pretty much. Because it's been, you know, my main task over the course of, I want to say 16 episodes. I've still not done it.
Oh, hey, mister. I need to be back to talk with old Leo here. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. It's like Lady Larice said when she opened a bathhouse in the basement of my apartment building. They can only get so far before they're aching to get back. And a lot of folks really did keep coming back.
I had some questions for you, if that's not too much trouble. No trouble at all, mister. No trouble at all. It's like the old saying goes, wisdom riddles if not shads. And old Leo's always up for shadding. I love you, Leo. Absolute favorite character in the GD world so far. Ooh, hang on, what's this? Well, I can't open it naturally. The musk of oil and rust comes from the chasm in front of you. Smells like blood. Let's get a tool out. Unprobar. Found Ultra Series gloves. Oh, right. The update here just tells me that I have 12 plastic tare in there. For ultimate performance efficiency, these Falm Ultra Series gloves come fingerless and with grippy padding, covering the palms. Ideal for quadrupedal movement. Or for lifting cargo. I already wear gloves, but they're for interfacing. Yeah, I'll take a half-light glove, sure. Actually, I probably want the electrochemistry glove. That reminds me, I can actually change my pants back now as well, by the way. I don't want to -1 my reaction speed. I'm fine with removing my savoir-faire again. That's okay. My physical instrument's garbage, and it will always be garbage. Give me that mesh top. Conceptualization, but negative suggestion. And then I'm not wearing shoes at the moment, so I should put that back on for a little bit more composure. Great. So let's get Measurehead to help us out. I don't really know what I'm doing with the crane yet, so I suspect it's probably a better idea to not do anything with the crane yet. But that said, how do I actually... Oh, it's going to be this door, right. Glad I didn't immediately go and check that. So that conversation drained a hell of a lot of our morale. Just means that in future, in conversations, I probably want to make sure that I have good morale before going in. The radio is emitting strange buzzing sounds. Like music. Punch clock and payphone. An imposing combination of punch clock and payphone is looking down from the wall. A note on the side says, tokens unavailable due to strike. Use change. I'm not going to pay anything. I don't have anyone to call. Someone left the coffee machine on. The dark liquid in the pot looks almost sentient. A standard office file cabinet. The drawers seem to be locked. Le Jardin 21. This laminated postcard offers a glimpse across the river. A little more than a decade after the war, the eastern bank is already fully renovated. The hillsides are lush. with gardens and residences. Someone's parked a small beige airship on the fountain. This postcard will sell for a pretty penny. File cabinet. On second glance, someone has forgotten to properly close one of the drawers. It's unfortunate for the Union to leave their paperwork lying around like this. Let's see what's in it, he thinks. Open the drawer. The drawer opens smoothly. Inside is a well-organized selection of brown folders. Browse through them. Hundreds of documents containing logistical data. Two kinds of transactions stand out. Materials coming into Revachol from the outside world, from Mundi, Grad, and even Ilmara, and the same materials being handed over to companies inside Revachol. Coron, Coal City, La Delta, and Jamrock were listed among the many districts where the imports are being sold. Anything interesting? Ooh, decent volition. It's hard to make sense of the thicket of company names, dates, quantities, and percentages. You try to focus, but the lines are getting blurry. Whatever's hidden in there is hidden well. Concentration isn't enough. Only a trained accountant with a background in logistics would be able to really make sense of it. However, there is a little hand-drawn note stuck on the side of the drawer. Look at the note. It appears to be a to-do list written in large, uneven capital letters. Remember, Leo, Evrart's shoes, special whirling borscht, water Evrart's plants, sweep office floor, more banners. All items on the list have been crossed off, and the note itself is crumpled. Look, Kim, a to-do note with a list of errands for Evrart. He inspects the note. One of his aides must have left it. Nothing incriminating here. The special borscht seems a bit odd in the list. Take another look at the note. Special whirling borscht. Let's talk to the cook in the Whirling and Rags about that. Because the fact that there's a door behind that area that Gart can't even access. I mean, the possibility exists that there's some sort of a cannibalistic kind of thing going on. Anytime there's like a special food item and a locked door where that food item is preserved, I'm like, yeah, you making people. I get it. Silent Green, what up? Let me in. I want to taste. No, sorry, not the last one. That's not me. Bet it's good though. Magnesium and... Ooh, -1 to drama, +1 to visual calculus. Neat office shades. What are my current shades doing? -1 to authority, +1 to logic. I kind of like that more. This is a Dewey typewriter. The model name is on the back. Every worker equals member of the board is written at the top of the flyers. Hell yeah. Below the flyers, the union logo and demand democracy. Hey, Measurehead. You're gonna have to get rid of your post for a moment here.
Your race descent has only worsened since I last saw you. You have really let yourself go.
I just changed clothes into a mesh top. What? Measurehead, you're shirtless. How are you judging my mesh top? Evrart told us you could help us get the body down from the tree.
So it was you. You surmounted the harbor wall in a display of athletic prowess to reach my superior. Then had him give me an order. I salute your cunning, and I will remove the body from the tree with my bare hands.
You're so noble, Measurehead. There's a but.
But while I am gone, someone must stand guard on the bridge. And that someone needs to be you.
He turns to Kim.
Both of you.
Lieutenant, what if we don't want to do that? This is the uncomfortable result of not taking it down ourselves. I can live with the compromise.
Listen to your little friend. He is wise in his childlike ways. Childlike way. His mysterious race may yet prove fierce competition to my heroic haplogroup.
Look, if the body was going to be interfered with by these, the Union folk, they would have already done it. Okay, then.
Babe, see that they stay here the whole time.
absolute mountain of a man. Do I get to talk to them while he's away? The woman's gaze follows Mesh ahead as he leaves. She turns to you. So are you guys like cops or something? We're just trying to keep things from going to shit. Have you ever thought that maybe things should go to shit? The woman curls her hair. I'm Katya, by the way. You know what? No. Done that voice recently. You're gonna go Australian for this one. I'm Katya, by the way. You hear that? The lieutenant looks towards the yard. That sound. He's breaking something. Yeah, John Luke must be really tearing it up over there. Oh, I wish I could see it. I also wish I could see it. Look at you, RCM rent-a-cops! A loud voice booms from below. Guarding that bridge like Evrart's lapdogs. Is that where it's at now? The RCM is for sale? And who are you? The lieutenant fires back. What is your business here? Why are your calls 4 sizes too small for you? That's none of your business. A shrill laughter interrupts, echoing across Martinet. It's Kuno. Then the man looks behind him at the behemoth appearing around the corner, approaching him, walking past him.
The corpse has been removed from the tree.
He brushes wooden flakes off his shoulder.
Stand down and congratulate yourself. You have sided with race victory today.
There's been no side choosing. We did what we had in order to keep order.
He nods slowly. And what you had to do was become a Union man for all to see.
I'm out of here on that one, thanks. Let's go see exactly what's happened in that bod. This is my other favorite character. Hello, friend.
How'd you like our harbor?
Call me Manana. You've been in there, he means. Talk to the boss man, probably too. It was nice enough. Did spot a resting area on the path leading to the open plains. He notes solemnly, then turns to you with a wide smile adorning his face. Right. You talk to the boss, eye to eye, like men of the plain. If you have any more questions, I'm set to talk. Any idea who killed the hangman? The mercenary, eh? He shrugs. Who could have killed him? That's indeed the question. Why even do such a thing? He shakes his head solemnly. The monk was hanged with a very specific type of cargo belt, one often used in heavy transport areas. For example, harbors. What a thought, he scoffs, looking shocked. Why would noble workers resort to such a thing unless they were pushed, of course? Pushed how? You're a dead guy. Was an enemy combatant. Hold up, what did that mean? He was an agent of the opposition attempting to undermine our honorable efforts. Did you kill him? I ain't the murdering type, but that's just me. Large organizations like our union have all sorts of men with all sorts of skills. He's not lying about not doing it himself. Understood. The lieutenant takes a note. This has been of limited use. Still, thank you. No problem. I wish I could be... I wish the best to you in your search. I'm sure glad it's not my search. He takes a sip from his flask. I immediately forgot what accent I was doing for that character. Hey, scab leader. Want to talk?
Right to work! Right to...
Never mind. Nothing new to say. I get it. You know what? I got a whole load of terrain in my plastic terrain bag. Let's turn that terrain into real. It's not really that much. It's like 2 finding real just randomly around. Like, it's still probably going to be necessary, but kind I think it'd be a lot more. Okay. Straight up broke the... How'd you do it? The corpse lies on the ground amongst the remains of the absolutely demolished pinewood branch. It's gently laid on one side. Beautiful. Wipe a tear from your eye. Hey, level up. Mr. Measurehead has done a good job, the lieutenant nods approvingly. Nothing is too broken or compromised. The victim is ready for a field autopsy. What's a field? A field autopsy? Yes. He covers his nose and lists 1. Investigation of the scene. 2. Initial examination. Initial examination of the victim. 3. Field autopsy. 4. Transportation of the body to the morgue. We're on number 3. The RCM's 4-phase murder scene processing manual. The fuck are they on about? Cop's gonna cut his shit up. Don't we have someone for this? Doctor? No. You and I are detectives. The honorary rank of detective signifies our ability to handle the entire incident chain, from autopsy to cleanup to social work. I don't think I'm a detective. You are. Your station would not have assigned you on this case if you weren't. Now, the way I see it, he looks at the corpse with some disgust. It's either this, or we complete the initial interviews. We've already met Evrart, but that only leaves the Wild Pines representative. There's one in town, negotiating the strike. She could have information. Yes, interview! We can always do the autopsy later. Not much later, I hope. He looks at the man's rotting remains. He's about to melt away soon. I kind of want to get more space in my think cabinet. Also, eventually I will have to forget some of these. Fine, I'll probably go with skill for this one then. Kind of want to get another reaction speed. Actually, maybe you should be rhetoric. No, it's going to be reaction speed. I'm not metagaming it by thinking about, oh, which of these is most commonly used. I'm trying to think about which of these do I think my character should be best at for the sake of the kind of... I guess there's no other word for it, but character of my character. You see a sturdy woman humming to herself. She seems to be browsing books. A good one? Point at the book.
Yes, hello?
She nods, her attention fully focused on reading. Who are you?
Me? No one. I'm just a working class woman.
She looks up briefly. She doesn't really want to be disturbed that much. If she's a working class woman, why isn't she working? Shouldn't a working class woman be working?
Not all the time. Right now I'm browsing books. Even a working class woman needs something to read.
Good, good. Nod.
It is.
I'm a policeman.
I know you are.
Do you need the help of a policeman?
What with?
She tries hard to focus on the bookstand. What with? A lot of things. For example, people tend to go missing. Maybe your husband is missing? My husband? No, he's not. Okay, so where could he be? I don't know. At home now? Out drinking with his friends? Working? Where's this going, officer? So what I'm hearing is you don't really know where your husband is. Yes, but... She looks around and takes a deep breath, a little annoyed. I don't really need to know where my husband is, not all the time. Wouldn't you like to? No. She looks you straight in the eye. Her right foot is tapping nervously. I can totally help you find your missing husband. Why are we still talking about this? I haven't lost my husband. She has, though. The husband is totally lost. You should tell her it's okay. It's okay. What? It's all right to not know where your husband is. Nothing shameful in it. Who said anything about shame? Stop talking down to me. She put her foot down. My husband is not missing. But he is. You can feel it. Or maybe something else then? Maybe your cockatoo is missing? I don't mean to disrespect, sir, but you are being a bit of a cockatoo here. For what it's worth, I agree. But cockatoos can be stopped when they get like this. It's better to indulge him at this point. Ma'am, I was asking you about your cockatoo. Is it missing? I don't even have a cockatoo, and guess what? It's a trap. Never say what. What? Even if I had, it wouldn't be missing. Alright, cockatoo not missing. Just wanted to make sure. Great. She turns her attention back to the bookstand. Just a small question. What do you mean by me being a cockatoo? Nothing. Go read up on them if you're so interested. There's a great book in the bookstore. Maybe you should. What if the cockatoo is your astral captain or your heraldic bird? Actually, it's exactly something I'm going to do. Thanks for the tip. Wonderful. The store is now open. Maybe your children are missing? No, absolutely not. The words come out of her quick as gunshots. Okay. So where are they? Are you a policeman or a nanny? She's definitely disturbed by now. Nanny, where are they? They're not missing, sir. You know where they are. They're at home, smoking, giving the ladder of vices a chance. What if something horrible has happened? What if they're dead? That's the bad vibe you got before. They're at home, right? Smoking cigarettes? What? That's fine. That's just... My daughters are perfectly fine. They're with their friends down in Jamrock. There's nothing to be worried about. She's getting upset. Her voice is ridden. She's trying to convince herself that the daughters are safe. They're almost grown up now, by the way. They're past the age they need me protecting them from anything now. I'm afraid the danger is now greater than ever. Tell me, how old are they? My youngest girl, Jolie, is shy of 16. Jenny is turning 18 next month. But we shouldn't even be talking about them. And can you describe to me their appearance? Any features that make them stand out, making identifying a little bit easier? Why do you need to know this? Haven't I repeatedly told you they are not missing? They're in Jamrock, safe and well at some stupid party. It's for the investigation. I'm trying to be professional. There is no investigation here. I can tell you that. She picks up a book and tries to concentrate. A flock of seagulls passes by. Okay. It has to be asked then. What are you doing here? Why are you pursuing this? Is it a hunch? It is. Watch her browse books. Her hands move over the book covers. The tips of her fingers look rough, stained with yellow. Seems like she spent a lot of her time at work, smoking. Another comrade. Years of labor are pressing down on her shoulders. She deserves a hug for all the work she's done for mankind. 6. Thanks for the moment, I'll let you read. You don't hug someone who don't want to be hugged. Like, yeah, I'm fine with the whole wacky line of questioning, but you don't hug someone who don't want to be hugged. At the moment. My name's been Rhapsody. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves. The name of the game has been Disco Elysium, and hopefully we'll see you next time.